we flip a page around. Yeah, I have to get this thing at 90. Whenever you do it with your pen, it does not want to go to 90. Because if you set it on 90, so you take the pen off, it moves a smidge to like 89 or 91. And then I didn't even use the measurement. It is August 28th, 2018. It's 5:17 p.m. in the afternoon. And first thing I want to do is talk about me being a sexist. Because I angered Ariel. And Anakin to acknowledge it too. So, sorry I angered you a little bit, Ariel. I am a guy and I'm going to have to just... This is sexist, but all guys are a little bit sexist, okay? That's just such a blanket statement, but there's no guy perfect. Even Meathead from All in the Family probably was a little bit sexist, you know? So, but anyway, well, I was a sexist because I'd mentioned that, what was that? That maybe means no to a woman, whatever. Blanket statement. I know that's probably not true. It's true with every woman I've ever dealt with. That I've been in a relationship with anyway, okay? Or related to. So maybe it's just me. Maybe the blanket statement was that everyone who comes into contact with me maybe means no. or no answer. Which is also no. So, anyway, sorry I made you mad a little bit and my insensitive and callousness and uncouthness. I'm an animal. I'm horrible. Look at the rest of the comments in a few minutes. Last week, I had to go back a few issues because, McCain kind of overtook everything. And I wanted to talk about this whole thing where Trump was saying, he can't be impeached because he's doing a great job. The stock market would crash and everybody would be poor. Well, everybody who was poor before he came into office is still pretty much poor, okay? Hasn't really changed anything. Unless you're, like, super duper rich, he's made you even richer. And I don't mean, like, middle class. I mean, like, rich. People like him and his friends. He even boasted to them, I just made you a lot richer. This is what you look to me. You're richer and you're douchier. Awesome. So I just wanted to do all this, like, just how ridiculous that was. I didn't like my frogs falling from the sky, so I decided to change that one. I got a sneeze coming on. Hang on. Alright, sorry. Water. And the cats smearing dogs. Somebody commented on my blog that I took that from Ghostbusters. That wasn't Ghostbusters. I forgot about that. But I think the cat smearing dogs things has been like around forever. Probably way before Ghostbusters. And even though that's like almost 40, 30 years ago. I don't know. 83, 84, something. I actually saw the original Ghostbusters in the theater. And I had to look up photos of Crocs and bell bottoms. So Crocs are like the ugliest thing ever. I remember years ago I was in a band with a guy momentarily, and then it just wasn't working out with him. We just did not mesh well. And then I did a show where his new band showed up and they played, and he was wearing Crocs. And I thought, see, right there, that's just why we did not mesh musically. Because you're a Croc-wearing son of a bitch. That just epitomizes everything you are. Alright. Now, I did get Where All the White Women At from a movie, and I've used it 2 or 3 times over the past couple of years. Because I just like it too much. I like it too much. I'm going to move this. Because yesterday when I touched my screen, I messed everything up. I just got to remember my mouse is over here on this computer now. Or else, once again, I'll mess everything up. Trump said that he doesn't understand how... First off, it's funny that he's talking about impeachment. Because he's talking about impeachment more than any Democrat is talking about impeachment. So, okay, hey, keep talking about impeachment. Because the more he talks about it, the more acceptable it will become to people. But he's also saying that he doesn't understand how someone who's doing a great job can be impeached. That's not relevant to this situation for 2 reasons. The first reason is if you're a criminal, a crook, doesn't really matter what kind of job you're doing. Richard Nixon's economy was great. And most people said that he was doing a good job, with China and foreign policy other than Vietnam. But a lot of people were happy that he pulled us out of Vietnam. So, but he was still impeached because he was a crook. He was obstructing justice and stuff, and paying people off and everything. Keep quiet. So if Trump has colluded with Russia, if he's engaged in a conspiracy, if he's directed people to break the law, which apparently looks like he did, and even this is being looked into, even if he found ways, like through Michael Cohen, to pay hackers, which it looks like he may have in foreign countries, he needs to be impeached. Doesn't matter, I don't care if it's raining Skittles because of Trump. It's just can't have the guy in office. We're still a nation of laws. And the other reason it's not relevant if he's doing a good job or not about being impeached is that he's not doing a good job. Of course, Trump thinks he's a good job. I mean, saying you're doing a good job doesn't make it so any more than saying, when he says, I'm your favorite president, makes him my favorite president. It just doesn't happen, He does not replace, Teddy. Just doesn't do it. So, and probably the 43 other people on the list before him. So, I had to think there for a second. I was doing the math in my head. He's like, age 45. I just said Teddy. That'd be 43. More presidents, yeah. I draw cartoons, people. I don't count. I leave the counting for Kenta. Anyway, I hope I made up with Ariel, because I don't want her to stop commenting here, because then it might just be like me and Kenta going back and forth. So I apologize, Ariel, for offending you. Let's go ahead and do the shoutouts anyway. See, just once again, I just forgot I had the mouse over there. This cartoon is doing pretty well. It's not doing like yesterday's. Yesterday's has over 1,000 shares. And the photo of the Trump at the coffin has gotten close to 2,000 shares. Just pretty cool. And that's all on Facebook. I don't know about Twitter. So let's go through the comments here. Oh, so today it has close to 200 shares, which is really, really a good day. Just looks pale in comparison to the others. The Winnipeg Free Press, I thought they might run it. They ran my McCain, Trump, the gravestone cartoon today. I thought they might run that. I just had a feeling that Winnipeg would like it. Winnipeg likes me sometimes. Maybe once or twice a month they like me. Ariel said if I have to ask the sex, the answer is probably yes. Well, that is an absolute right there. Okay, Ariel? But it's true. Same thing with racist. If somebody says, this might sound racist, always means this, you got to say something racist. But yeah. What they really mean? You're saying, I want to say something other than what they really mean. No, actually, I'm not trying to imply that. No. No, actually, I don't believe that myself. I don't believe all women say something other than what they really mean. No. I do agree that all women are a freaking mystery that we don't understand. But I was talking about the no, or the maybe, meaning no, or because no. I think that just comes from them not wanting to say no. So anyway, I don't think that means all women say something other than what they really mean. No. That's not the way I see it. But at least, I can't just say at least you recognize it might be offensive. That's a first step. The first step in my 12-step program to not being an offensive jerk. Maybe this is why I'm single. So, but, and if Ariel was here, she would have brought a boot to the shins. Would not have been the first time I was kicked in the shins. But, anyway, no, I'm not really trying to say. I'm like reading all this stuff here. Oh wait, I just said it. Okay, alright. Sorry, I'm reading. And now we're gonna start talking about movies. I had mentioned Sandra Bullock and Bill Pullman were in a movie together. But apparently you guys don't know what movie that is. Nobody wanted to go to IMDb and see which movie they did together or even Wikipedia. Sheesh, woman. I'm kidding. The movie I was talking about was, what was that? While You Were Sleeping. I didn't go out and find it. Yeah, I'm apologizing for liking it. I know you're like, I don't apologize for looking at Independence Day. What did you say? And I'm like, well, I kind of apologize for what, like While You Were Sleeping, because it is like a romance movie. And normally I don't really like those. I wouldn't go out and buy it or rent it, but it was just on TV while I was flipping channels and drawing. So, I did like Independence Day. As dumb as it was and inconceivable and stuff, I did like Independence Day. The second one, don't bother watching that thing. That should have gone straight to DVD, and with like those cheap effects. It should look like a Sharknado. I mean, it might even be worse than a Sharknado. It was pretty bad. So yeah, I want to change this one. I just want to find something else that, that was a Trump trope, So, and I don't know if my brain was on all cylinders for this, because I was like, could there have been more things I could have thought of to go with Trump? Maybe I could have taken the dogs out, or the river runs red with blood. I don't know. This cartoon did take 3 hours to draw, though. And okay, the ladies also mentioned that they like Miss Congeniality. I like that one. I saw it like 7 years after it came out, and then I saw the sequel. I think I did buy that one in one of those $5 bins, and it had both movies in it for $5. So I saw both, and the first one I liked, and I don't even remember much from it at all. Actually, she's an FBI agent, and she enters a beauty contest, and that's all I remember. And they catch the bad guy. That's all I actually remember. Errol says, if your followers are crazy, it's because you're crazy. Well, that's kind of like what I was getting at. Like, attracts like. And Errol said, I've noticed that almost every time you do an obituary cartoon, you mention how much you dislike doing obituary cartoons. So people need to stop freaking dying. Well, if everybody stops dying, well, they're just going to be overpopulated. I am going to mention I hate obituary cartoons every time I draw one. It's just going to happen. It's just going to come out. I just don't like them. I just don't. It's just, they're typically boring to me. And my editor at the Freelance Star, he wanted an obituary cartoon about everybody. When the guy who played the Lone Ranger died, he says, hey, you should do a obituary cartoon with the Lone Ranger. I'm like, nobody even knows who that guy is. Because it was like 80 years ago. So I refused, and he was so mad at me for not doing a Lone Ranger dead cartoon. So, and of course there's other people you just can't get around. You got to do them. And I told him that, hey man, you pick your battles. This is a battle that you don't want, because there's going to be someone much more famous, and I'm not going to want to do an obituary cartoon of, and I'm going to lose that battle. So that's the battle that you should go for. Leave the Lone Ranger one alone. Okay. So nobody remembers the name of the guy who did the Lone Ranger. And even I'd forget, and his first name was Clay. So, but yeah, I really hate obituary cartoons. You really have to do them though if it's something local. Someone local dies and stuff like that. But the thing is, while you may not like doing obituary cartoons, sometimes the response, especially local, is amazing. So many people comment on it. And I don't mean mean comments, I mean nice stuff. People are like thanking you and praising you and stuff like that. So it's really cool. One day, I knew the woman because Fredericksburg was kind of a small town, but she worked for the newspaper. We're still friends on Facebook. Her husband died along with like 3 other people in town, and they were pretty important people in the city. And I did an obituary cartoon for that. And the day that cartoon ran, which was the day after they had died, she called me. And I thought, wow, this woman has so much going on today. Because she had kids. Dealing with all the funeral stuff, and she calls a cartoonist, and that just amazed me that she did that. And of course I don't know what to say, because I'm just like, because I just felt really small and humble, because I felt like she had, I was like the least significant thing that she should have been worried about, but she called me. So that was nice, and I will always remember it, and I still remember it because I just said it. And Ariel here was counting. She didn't bother counting the stars, but she did count the stripes. I was thinking about you when I did the stripes on the stars. I was. Even though one's that small, it's probably not that important to get them right. I mean, it's not important to Donald Trump to get the stripes right. And Kent and Ariel were the only 2 commenters yesterday, but that video got more views than most, so that's crazy. People, if you're watching this stuff, and sorry for this one being so long, but if you're watching this stuff, please leave a comment. Just say booga booga. I don't care. Just say something. Let me know you're out there. I saw the book today, so I gotta go up to the UPS store when I'm done making this thing. I wish they'd get these. I mean, I'm glad I'm selling books, so I shouldn't complain, but I wish they'd all do them on the same day. Because I walked to the UPS store, and it's right up the hill. And did I mention it's up a hill? So by the time I'm getting there, like, my legs hurt. Like my calves. And you think they'd stop hurting. They get all muscular, but no. And plus, today it's really, really hot. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 92 degrees.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up the hill to 92 degrees.
Expect a low of 74 degrees.
But I only have an hour and a half left to get up there before they close. So, and I want to get out in the mail because I told them I would. All right. I do like my MS-13 babies. I think most people were commenting about the dogs, at least when I've seen the dogs and the cats getting married. In like 4 days, we'll find it. There'll be much more comments when there's some Go Comics. I'm like 4 days ahead with Go Comics, something like that. No. Oh man, we still got like 3 more minutes. 3 more minutes. See, some of you mentioned that I need to put more cats in the cartoon, so how do you feel? Are you happy that there is now a kitty cat in this cartoon? And, why did I make the cat the female and the dog the male? I don't know. Somebody want to jump on me for being sexist with that one or something? I don't know. I bet one of you can explain why I did that, or find a theory or a reason. I don't know. Let's see. I just now noticed that line by the tail. What was that line for? Did I get rid of it? I guess I didn't. That's not right. I hate it when I miss stuff. Then I notice when the video is being made. I don't know. I gotta go look at the print. Look at the print. Look. Yep, I left it on there. I don't know why. I didn't really bother to spend that much time looking at Crocs. I just know they're shoes with, like, rubber shoes with holes in them. And I did have to look up Colt 45, but then I didn't even use the can. I did put blue on the can, which it does have. Somebody's calling me from Bakersfield, California. If you're the person calling me from Bakersfield, California, stop. This is annoying me. $5 marketer. Hello. See, it's just these telemarketers. Hi, this is Ann. And then I'd have to listen to like 20 minutes of that before I could finally go to the menu to be removed from their list. Even though I've done that in Do Not Call list. And then even after you remove yourself from the list, they call you for like 2 more weeks every freaking day, and they always do it from a different number. And yes, that's a blanket statement. They always. Alright, I'm just goofing off. Alright, there's your cartoon. We are done. And 19 minutes. That's just way too long for a video. I apologize for that. I would try to make the next one shorter, which I don't know what I'm doing yet. So that's going to be, might be an empty promise. Leave me a comment. Click a like. Share this on social media. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel. Appreciate it. And I will see all my freaks and lovelies tomorrow if you still like me. Bye.